Hello, I'm back again, and today I will be reviewing the next sequel in the Final Destination series, this simply known as Final Destination 3. Now, this was released on February 10th of 2006, and was directed by James Wan, the same guy did the first entry in the series. Now, it's a bit more different because we introduced the characters in very quickly. The opening scene shows a fun fair and a group of college high school kids enjoying their graduation trip to the local fairground. Now, of course, they do extra stuff like shooting things and winning prizes, but we introduce the characters what we quickly. Probably the main characters we're introduced to is Wendy. Wendy played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead. We got Wendy's boyfriend Jason played by Jesse Moss. We got got we got Kevin's we got Wendy's best friend Carrie Dyer played by Gina Holden, and we got Jason's best friend and Carrie's boyfriend. Carrie's boyfriend Kevin played by Wyman, and he becomes a bit more of a supporting person to Wendy throughout the film. Now they go onto a ride called Devil's Flight, which is kind of like a giant roller coaster, a bit like the big one at Black Pearl, but a bit more glittered, a bit more dangerous now. Because it's in Frankie tries to get a videotape, a video camera back onto the thing, but gets it handed off him. But Kevin takes in just in case. But Kevin's told off, but Frankie escapes with one on. Now, the ride comes on as they're trying to get one of the students' seatbelt on. The hydraulics go, and as they realise they start to enjoy the ride as they go up. But then Wendy starts to feel bad about this, and everyone dies in the roller coaster, and everyone nearly falls to their death. Now Wendy, of course, wakes up from the premonition like everyone would do, and starts panicking and screaming her head off. Of course, I would probably do that, because it would have been scary if you'd be falling to your death and breaking your back running on a ride. Now, of course, it proves very promotion like the first film, and everyone gets off. Everyone in the front gets off now. Everyone gets off the roller coaster. Of course, we got Frank. Of course, let's round the one down the character 24. We got Frankie, the Orient jokester, played by Sam Easton. We got the two high school chicks, Ashwin and Ashley, played by Sherwin Simmons and Kristen Wall. We got the we got the jock type athlete character, and the jerk words played by Texas Battle. We got the goth people, the goth couple, Ellen played by Alex Johnson, and Ian played by Chris Metz. We also we also got Wendy's sister Julie, played by Amanda Crew, and her best friend Pi Malinsky. Malinsky from Maggie Man, other kids on the ride. Now this cause the fact Karen and Lewis kick off together, and this ends up during action, as everyone gets off. But just as when we start security to go home, the event happens and everyone dies. Now she gets all frustrated and reintroduced to a rainy day at high school. She walks around to get out of the car and looks up at all the students see her dead upset. Ashley and Ashley try and cheer up by having a nice party at a talent show in the city. Now, she just vertigo, and Kevin finds out about the events previous to the film and all the premonition Alex and Kimberly went through. But of course Wendy doesn't believe in and says fuck off. Now it's also it doesn't actually work. I don't think it works. I mean this film's probably just really good. And it's probably one of the best in the series. Now of course as was to go to the talent salon and the Monday's too busy and didn't tell the girls that first week wanting to start bringing drinks into the car because it's not allowed, but he still doesn't listen to him. And to keep the door from opening, he uses stupid shundown motion to block the door, and this ends up gluing the door to the thing and shutting it so no one can open it. And of course, they discovered they didn't put the iPad, so they had to get a CD and they listened to a 70s disco type song played by Warble goes up. Now of course this turns up this contact and chain reaction as it looks high comes up as the temperature turns up. I thought the temperature well too high and it turns up to 74. Now of course Wendy's phone rings are trying to make sure she wants to come. But fortunately he just knocks into the candle and the bookcase breaks and the bookcase breaks in the middle of shutting the girls in to shoving their girls into her some beds as the temperature goes up. The glass breaks and they are both burned to death. Now of course they attend the funeral the next day and Kevin decides to make Wendy feel better by going to a fast food drive-thru. Let's call another film reaction. As they try to get food, they realise they're in front of someone that they know and they realise it's Frankie. But a beer truck goes under control and nearly knocks it off them. And just about Wendy and Kevin break their rest and just get out just in time. But unfortunately, Frankie's not so lucky as it's a convertible car and it's not a convertible car and his head slicing off. Willis is dead and they realise they have to do something about it. So and they discover the photos that they took during the trip has a sign of death in them. Now of course, Ashley image of a picture of Wed as that image where Frankie had the hit down to a kind of like a hammer, but then that was the engine instead. Now they go to warn Lewis at the gym, but unfortunately things that happen to Nora, and then just the weights come down and crush his head. Now then they realise that there's no longer coincidence, no longer accidents, no wonder there's people dying. It's just a pattern that death started up again, and Death is coming back for the wall. Who should have died on the roller coaster? Now, of course, and then they go to warn the goth chicks, Eric and Ian, at their hardware store. Taught them like B&Q, but something sort of like B&Q, but not really. Store accidents start happening, like nails ripping through and special mechanical items happening. But fortunately, whole glass wooden patterns fall down on Ian, Wendy, and Kevin. But brother fit Erin as she's as the bath water buns her against the thing, and a nail gun set them to shot multiple times with. Now Ian goes into another great stage where someone would do just like Carter did with Terry, but in a bit more darker region. As halfway through the film, he wants Wendy to die so he can survive the whole thing, and he can take Wendy's life for good. Of course, as they go to the 100th annual 5th of July celebrations, and they realise that Julia's gone alone without Wendy knowing. So her and Karen meet up. So her and Karen meet up at the Birmingham, but discovers the horse is set up by the fireworks and drags Julia along with. She's near crushed by a plastic fence, but he just about survives it. Things start happening. We think something's gonna happen, and we don't know who's gonna hit the next. And it was actually didn't know who sat next to Julie in the walk on the ride, but we realise it's actually her best friend Pally, and she's impaled by a flagpole set off by and she dies instantly, setting off her next husband to one off. Of course, things start happening. I told them I didn't say it was Kevin to die next. He's nearly blown up by a firework, but just about. And it's that next time Wendy to die. But instead, Ian gets crushed by a cherry picker and slicing off. Now, a couple months later, they meet each other. Months later, Julie, Wendy, Julie, and Karen wise now. She goes, and she's living in Tottenham while she goes in train. And again, she has a different premonition of people at an American football game coming back, which what's more of a British rugby game. But really, it isn't. But things start to go on. All the signs in the first events and places on the first one appear on the train. And the same song, They're Walking Behind You, is sung in guitar by someone in the train. Now, of course, Julie comes on and we discover Kevin's on and we didn't know it was actually there. but things start happening. There's a train crash on the thing, and the escalators and the thing goes. Now Dewey's unfortunately hit by a train tire and dies. Kieran gets knocked through the floor, and we think Wendy's gonna survive, but she gets hit by a train. So that's pretty much it. That's quite the events of Fan Destinations for free, just about this in any Fan Destination. But there's a slight difference because it's set, because there's no Tony Todd in this time, which really just makes the film a bit more spookier. Now this film's arguably got to be 8, 9 out of 10. It's probably one was second by first Fan Destination, in front of even Fan Destination and the Fan Destination. But apart from that, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it, bro. I'll do 2 more tomorrow, so, boom.